Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a lot of cool stuff in the hopper for you guys. I got, as you saw in the YouTube short I uploaded yesterday, a cool room that featured Focal, Maestro Utopias, Boulder amps, Rel subs, but really as cool as the gear is, what was even more impressive was the gentleman's room. He had a 3D CAD done by Art Novia Acoustics to get the treatments just right in that room, and I got to see the plans for that. So I'll share a little bit about that with you guys in the near future. You're definitely going to want to hear about that. And actually, what even impressed me more was the gentleman himself, how he had his priorities in order. A lot of times when you see mega dollar rooms and these people online, around the world, sometimes it's all about bragging rights and stuff like that. This gentleman actually has a very interesting history of how he's learned and what his priorities are, and that's what impressed me as much as anything in his room. And of course the sound quality and gear as well, so stay tuned for that video. But also I have another video, my first video publicly, at least I have it in the private membership section, on cables, but I'm going to address this more from a specific scenario I'm dealing with, helping a friend right now, and it's going to be non-troll type debate in cables and the typical primitive arguments that you see with the clickbait type stuff. So stay tuned for that. Today though, wanted to quickly leapfrog because this was hot on the plate. We just had Cyber Monday and Black Friday. A lot of times this time of year people are wondering and searching for what kind of gifts you could get for audiophiles. What are the best gifts for audiophiles? And so some people may be watching this that aren't even audiophiles, maybe spouses or friends of people that are audiophiles. So I wanted to kind of do a video that would be helpful to them. And actually year round, I have in the description of each video, I have my website and I have a list of gear, links to Amazon, links of things that I've actually bought myself or know very well and can endorse. But I've recently added to things from room treatments, content, even electronics, do-it-yourself tools. There's a variety of stuff on there that you can peruse and see if any of that stuff would be interesting gift ideas for somebody else or even gift yourself. But I did want to highlight a few things I just added to that I think many of you would be interested in. Number one being, you'll probably notice this is a new book in my background. It's The History of Hi-Fi. This went on sale last Friday for Black Friday. $30 off, usually an $80 plus book. Really cool coffee table type book, but interesting, gives you a history of hi-fi. I'm really enjoying going through that. And it's not into the weeds and it's very easy to read and enjoy. This book here has always been in the background. That's in a link as well. If you want to get more into the weeds and learn more, train your ears and get more into that level of being an audiophile, this is a great book for that. I also have a link to Floyd Toole's book, which is another deeper dive into the weeds. So you can determine, you know, the audiophile you're buying for yourself, which one might be a good gift for yourself or for others. One book I will say, I know I usually steer away from controversial stuff, but I will not recommend the PS Audio book. Maybe I'll even put up a video because I was thumbing through it. There was a copy at 3MA Audio recently. And like the difference with he had a whole like 3 paragraphs dedicated to the difference between tube amps and solid state amps. To me, I'll be honest, I don't have a big problem with Paul McGowan and PS Audio. You know, it's good that he does videos regularly and engages with the public and his products. I'm glad he cut bait on that first iteration of his speaker. It takes a lot to cut bait on sometimes something that's not that great. He did it and evidently has come out with a good speaker. So I'm not all negative on Paul McGowan or PS Audio, but that book is not very good from what I could tell in my perusal of it. It's very primitive. Just mostly blank space on these pages or big fonts. Not something I personally would recommend compared to these other options. But you'll see some other things I added onto my list on my webpage. Something really cool in terms of room treatments. Oftentimes you can't get away with these type things or these bigger treatments with splash plates. And actually things like these foam things at the top really don't do much. And actually they're cheap, but for a reason, and they don't look that great. You can't get away with it in most decors if it's a commingled room that is for decor purposes as well as listening purposes. But one thing I just added, I actually ordered for myself to try out firsthand, is the concept of macrame for room treatments. And what macrame usually is like rope-based designs, almost like a curtain of rope that can be, you can do it yourself and make it as thick, thin, dye it however you want, create whatever design you want. But that level of a curtain, 1-inch thick rope or at least 3/4 inch thick rope, and you can layer it however you want. That is actually not a bad room treatment at all, especially when you're confined to the depth that you can do on certain surfaces, and you can't put these bigger traps or bigger room treatments. You can do these smaller macrames, or you can do a wide, if you have a wide section to cover, and this would be cost prohibitive, maybe doing a big macrame curtain. Again, rope is a very good both absorber and diffraction tool, better than a lot of these foam-based things, at least. Now, if you can get acoustic curtains that are designed for that purpose, and I have those links on my website, those have been phenomenal at both my friend Doug's and a friend here locally who has one of the best rooms in all of Houston that I visited. And he turned a room that was basically tile floors and glass doors with those acoustic curtains, made it one of the best sounding listening rooms I've been in, period. So that's something to look at investing in, either for yourself or something as a gift idea for others. Again, there's plenty of things on that site to hopefully help you if you have an audiophile you want to buy for or want to give yourself a gift. So hopefully you enjoyed this quick video. Again, I got a lot more coming soon, so sign up, subscribe, and I'll see you back here soon. All right, guys, we're ready for Christmas, and it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but that's how we do it here. Transition quickly from Halloween to Christmas, similar to the Halloween. Some of these are pretty collectible pieces, actually. This is the Christmas Vacation, one of my favorite movies, regardless of season. This thing is actually a collectible piece. Let's see. Ball drop from 2000. It'll actually drop. So it's got the New York theme, village. This is all just carved and painted foam. That's all it is. All right, so Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, guys.